So in 2020, Seiko came out with another modern reinterpretation of the 62 mass, in it including this reference SPB143, SBDC101, and this is the watch we are reviewing today. I had a crush on this watch the moment I saw it. Something in that gray sunburst dial just hypnotized me. I pre-ordered it the moment I could, and it arrived this week. And honestly, I was never so hyped about a watch. That's a new standard for me. I was a little afraid while unboxing, which you can see in my channel, other videos, for that all this hype could be for nothing, but thankfully I was not disappointed. Quite the contrary, it even surprised my expectations. Simply, I'm in love with this watch. The size, the proportions are just right. They are among the refreshing news from Seiko. The company has, for some reason in the last few years, developed the habit of releasing large watches. And it has heeded the call of fans, releasing a very correctly sized watch with this SPB143. 40.5 millimeters in diameter, 47.6 millimeters lug to lug, and 13.2 millimeters in width, make it much closer to the dimensions of the original 62 mass. In my opinion, turn this watch into a much more elegant and delicate timepiece. These allow also for wearing on smaller wrists. I predict that from now on we'll start seeing lots more similarly proportional watches from Seiko, seeing that they seem to be garnering a lot of popularity since their announcement and now that they have been released. The dial is quite minimalistic, which is something I like. Seiko logo at 12 o'clock, automatic divers, 200 meter, 6 o'clock, and of course the X in the room, the Prospects logo. Hate it or love it, it's there to stay, and I'll learn to accept it. Even if it would have been nicer not to have it, and it would have been. Standalone, it's not such a bad logo. It's not really an X, but it's a combination of X and P, which stands for Prospects. Apart from that, the markers are applied very nicely, creating for a nice depth and detail on the dial. The dial itself is sunburst. I cannot show you currently in this video, but I'll post some shots during this video, which you can see the watch shining in the light, the sunlight. It's really an interesting dial. Even indoors you can see that it has some play with the light. One needs to actually see the watch to really appreciate it. The loom is what we've come to expect from Seiko. Strong, remains for a long time. I'll post a loom shot at the end of the video. The glass is just slightly domed, which contributes to the aesthetic flow of the watch, the style, and also makes for some nice distortions from the angles, as you can see. The SPB143 comes with a bracelet with a 3-link style configuration, brushed for a classic look. It's very comfortable, feels quality and hefty on the wrist. It's the best I've experienced from Seiko, honestly, save for some Grand Seikos which I've had the honor of trying on. Seiko upped their clasp game as well. As you can see, the clasp here is brushed. I haven't seen this from Seiko in the past, and it's not cheap metal. Feels high quality and has a very nice action to it. There's a push push button here to open it. There are 4 micro adjustment holes, and there's a diver's extension, as you can see here. The bracelet tapers from 20 millimeters to 80 millimeters. The links are held by the love it or hate it Seiko pin and color system. Personally, I don't have an issue with it. You just have to be very careful when you resize them. Do it over, if you can, a towel, which will catch the collars if they go amiss, so they won't go amiss. Just be patient and you should be good to go. Here it is on my 7-inch wrist. Was larger due to the, it seems that it was larger due to the mobile phone camera, but the finishing is impressive, as we've come to expect from Seiko. There's a nice circular brushing on the lugs, sides of the case, and nice polished bezels here, which are just a sight to behold. The lugs bend a little to give the wearer better fit on the wrist. You can see here. The drilled lugs allow for quick switching of straps, which contribute to making this a serious strap monster. I put it on a Seiko waffle strap and a Baltic tropic strap, and so far it sings. It's worth to mention also that the case is coated by Dia Shield, which is Seiko is very proud of it. It's they say that it's more scratch resistant. I don't know, but I guess it's nice. The hands are true to the 62 mass, very fitting to the watch's overall aesthetic. And like in the Saks models, they are half brushed, half polished, something which is super impressive in my eyes and pleasant on the eyes. And it makes for a great meeting with the sunlight. You can see my macro shots video, which I posted. I'll try to zoom in now to show you the hands better. You can see half brushed, half polished. Really, really nice. Lots of attention to detail on this watch. The bezel feels great and there's no alignment issues here. There's some backplay, but it's really nothing substantial. Similar to the hands and the dial, the bezel also has an interesting relationship with the sun. It catches some light nicely. It's not ceramic. Some people are disappointed by this. It's, as I understood, it's made of steel. The movement is the 6R35 movement, which is relatively new from Seiko. It's an upgrade of the 6R15 movement. 21,000 beats per hour, 24 joules, and 70 hours of power reserve. Well, accuracy wise, I think I had good luck with the robot at the regulating section in the factory. The watch is running 9 plus 9 seconds after 4 days of wear. I hope it will last forever, but who knows. But anyway, the case, the movement has a tolerance of plus 25 seconds or minus 15 seconds per day, which is more than, which is less than other more inferior movements by Seiko. You wish that a watch that costs $1,200 US dollars would have better tolerances, but still acceptable, I guess. The price, as I said, is $1,200 US dollars MSRP. So before we wrap this up, negative. There is one negative I can think of, and that's the fact that you can see the spring bar peeking here. I can move it a little and you see it dances between the lugs, and here as well. I mean, this is so typical Seiko, you know, everything is so good, but there has to be this little thing. Does it bother me? No. Could it bother other people? Definitely. People can go crazy about this, but that's what it is. I've seen this happen in other brands, similarly priced watches, and even pricier watches like Doxa, like Yamaha. So personally, I'm not really taking this hard, but you don't expect this on a watch which costs $1,200 US dollars. So to summarize everything up, as you can probably tell, I'm in love with this watch. It's my summer crush. I think this is a stunning success by Seiko. It will become very popular and will be a top seller, and I predict that we will start seeing lots of dial variations and limited editions and so on and so forth, like Seiko did with the turtle reissues. I think this is a masterpiece from Seiko, watch of the year 2020 for me. And that's it. I'll show you the loom and we'll wrap this up. Here it is, Seiko loom. You will not be disappointed. Strong, lasts all night. Seiko loom. No, nothing to add here. So again, thanks for watching, and feel free to ask any questions, leave any comments, feedback, whatever you want. I'll be happy to answer.